ye bi obema ye bi ai. Bata in nimdi ni mabedie. Empenyin se to etwere bema bo. Kyerese die dro ni ede so awo. Esansa wo akukudro nti. Odo ankomanya nsam wo ye ofie ni ti. Na wahwa chichire busua ni yie. Na sabie busua na ntete. Enti mo frabremu ye hye wo setintim. Tintim no bremu nsam doso. Tintim ne fie so hwe nye fedi agro. Tintim na oni abode afoforo na ebetena mo twe di akwanu masemaye ho. Nti Japan nyina ye mama yiko.
Nanso be man fiti preko pe mo ne ho safo hene. Anadwo de so wa dwenjen, ovia so adwumaden, na wankobra afa bia ma, abusia beye den, wo yo sahene. Obra ko ye wo na wodi sano kan. Abro nyina wo konkoden. Anu nti ko fata fa me bo wo mane se. Ba ko a wo kum so no ma abusia ni amansen nya bidie. Wo de hye ayam hihia papa kom ebra oyire kwa wo so. Bra asem asifie. Bra abofra na oyire hia bibi na ebi asebe. Ebi ni ho. Papa de ni tidom ko pebiba. Na se abofra ya so den na papa de ani bretia no a. Enye ne boni mu a. Na emom, na ni je nyina ne se. Obehu se nebusia ayefe. Nebusia enya ahoto ni anigye na aman akwa ahosan se. Dio otoman kuma de dom no wahye so ye. Ejapa be na owo me se menhia wo brako yi mu a anka meye den. Me nya ntonton sansan dia bo hu de wura freedom. Ada sampu mehye we. Wo a wahye me ebo me ho ban se ode hye. Wo yo ohene preko pe mami. Madie nyina. Misire otwe di ampon se. Omo ohene nya kese. Na da me de wo me ho se. Me papa yo ohene. Obrayi mu die me wo wa. Na e ka me ayese me wa adie nyina. Ohene na me ntenche na me ise wani munyam. Nana won kwaso. Me nai.
Yanya janumai. Yami shramu.
Sawati Koya Natrasa Samaba.
Sight.
Rise up, freedom fighters.
Sound.
Rise and take your stance again.
Sight.
Rise up, freedom fighters.
Sound.
Rise and take your stance again.
Story.
See you fights and run away. Let's the fight another day.
Sight.
Rise up, freedom fighters.
Sound.
Rise and take your stance again.
Story.
See you fights and run away.
Unim say wo omampanyi na akufuado.
Menim. Nya dia me oga me menim ka bo say omampanyi wo Ghana kroma. Bi dia akufuado. Ano pa na luka cho. E bi apisi papa e bi aso no de onim obi sawe de. Me ji di.
It is unim say wo omampanyi e friend na akufuado. Enti okay omampanyi o hwe yeso ye friend say.
E hwe yeso.
Yeah.
Ghana obi ahwe obi so. Obi hwe obi so wo Ghana kroma.
Sendika, inabeka, miaro, endo, miaro, ejumeidie, inabeye, miaro, endo, miaro, obreidibo, inabebo, miaro, endo, miaro, Asemi besini kwenwa miara. Asemi miara. Asemi besini kwenwa miara. Asemi besini kwenwa miara. Obrai besini kwenwa miara. Miara. Endo miara. Asemi besini kwenwa miara. Asemi miara. Sina besini kwenwa miara. Obrai besini kwenwa miara. Endo miara.
Heyo, ebushia for me chichi obibia. It's a happy Sunday, happy Sunday. Good evening to all of you. My menhwe ruko na membo modiana min chicha. Aya dofo ni eye ebusuafo a ya gi akonya ye ba beti eye Dr. Ren na eja ya twetwe nkomo. Ya twetwe nkomo. Ye besua de. Ene ya Father's Day. Ene ya Father's Day. Father's Day to do dia na abeku Santana wo message bi mai enti dia abeku Santana wo
ya boni bay me pamucho me buko to get esiramo on behalf of fathers mo fa your boni nchaye na Father's Day mo ma ya ninji kakra mo je adai ya dia boni dia ya president ya bema speaker ya bema otufo ya bema adia boni dia ya Ghana for ya se boni be dia ya ti Father's Day mo nkaye we are in the month of June, nobody is remembering us.
Yo abusuafo dia abeku Santana say month of June yen kai Ghana for fathers ye Ghana for ejafo mo Ghana ejapadi fo no mo Ghana no Ghana for nkai. Anyway, maminchia eye abusuafo e wa se menya rook on intentem wana yemfa adwumadi no hihye so because of love. Any your friend is saying adwuma ye woma o my Ghana nti na ye se ena anadwi me ba na meni mbodi nkomo na ye koto aso edi adwuma eja other family duties need to me kokoto aso. And a very a friend is an important day. I mean, every day is an important day. What you see, depending on how you place value on the day. What you see, now, remember, Ebenezer and Edin Kabaye, Bangura, and so I say, son, Jenny Love, US, so here Las Vegas. Apia Kumadon, so I say, Emmanuel, Quincy, Pretty Natasha, long time Pretty, is saying, and Steven, so I say, Winifred. Yesterday was your birthday, right? Let me assure say you celebrated it in amazing style. Be a blessing. Letitia appear chum. And so I say, Menyabo Letitia din de mamenkai say enra. Me kopie mu wo Croydon. Uba UK ni e ka Croydon de a. Na che say ye krobia. Hone de we ni edini. When sua bibi no a wo Croydon we sua ni edini. Wodi ase when sua hwe kra no besua ni edin wodi ase street smart nti enra me kopie mu Croydon na eye bi ase na me hwe fans ene eye odo Croydon fo eda na di kire Dr. Rena na je say Croydon fo agi Ghana eye face the country no magi atu Croydon fo agi freedom fighters ne face the country atu this the Croydon agi face the country ni freedom fighters atu mu dia. And I'm say the whole of UK and so the freedom fighters no face the country there atu because enra no me share fans ne a friend is saying the way I near Jimmy so I cried na me say oh nice. It means to say the message is going. It means say say I'm not a pessimist but I'm optimist to say one day Ghana be fa entoma pano na we fra na yensu kru na be ye kra behwe na yem nana no ne yem manu enkotu bata nkona msere so nkonku ewu bi mai so na emo be betene fie ama yakra eye nkofo abaye adwuma ewu fie because that time no ni ya hyehye enuoma papa no ama mfaso pa aba aye ekuru Ghana so ti we de Croydon for da munyina masse the love was massive na mun spreading news no so mun spreading news no na enko ya Bob ewa ha say Barakis wa say for the love you showed to Professor so that was it ebiem yan corner a friend is saying Dinah and so aba Jeannie Mensan so say Juliana ewa ha Umar Mohammed West and so ewa ha say Janet and so ewa Paul aba Sankofa and so I say abusia and then no first time just share the video Afro Guni and so it's a Sunday a Father's Day odiasie yakọ part 1 aba aka part 2 ni part 3 I mean everyone say yakọ part 1 and 2 aka 3 na 4 de ne de baba beda odiasie na nyame adom ochina no na wotutu anamon so esie and me title ma to the Ghana the purpose of fathers into all that happy Father's Day every year Dr. Reno Any freedom fighters and comma a jar woman a bow woman who modern night and day to ensure said they put food on their tables to feed their wives, feed their children, and also to be a blessing to society. What you say? Enyana Michiao, Sakola Michiao, Adams, Shemi, with YouTube. Won't subscribe me YouTube no. Dr. Ren TV. Na why then? Was subscribing na eja. That was na say YouTube no crowd no. A bon home modern see in Facebook. To the be a beba when I'm say ya no I then I report yentino. A kufuado na ban I report ya my Facebook ntino. Eja beba na Facebook numbers kakra na YouTube numbers bebre. Still no yenjai eye o my Ghana sumda ye be kan no credit said ye tie. What you say? Tie me ye. Ene me be bie wani ye besua de ewo a friend is the purpose of what? Fatherhood, the purpose of fathers. Na men come on no vugu greetings to you. Men come on no for the purpose of a wider audience no yɛbɛka English near the afra efi kasa ma bumfu yɛbɛkyerɛkyerɛ Gladys Mensah welcome yɛbɛkyerɛkyerɛ mu what do you say na eja Kontambosi Adrat Abubakar Isa, what a nice name it didn't word mamboni ya free me ain't for the purpose of wider audience no and then yɛbɛto yɛbona yɛde kasa na kɔbrɔ from near the tree na frafra why stay with me, share the video, send more stars, like the page, and then invite others to also come. And a Sunday service. What do you see? I heard the gospel according to Dr. Ren. Aha, and you can answer. This is where we speak truth to power. What do you see? Aha, and your Joyce blessing in some near Becca. What do you say? Yes, Becca Joyce blessing grants them now. The Becca near church, they send you a tear. Near can no credit in the credit to be a no credit. What you see, Sapa Pepe. I say, you show me, and you see the go be moving. Oh, there be no credit one, your money dead. What do you see? Editorial no. Dr. Ren, me no, me chere madwene no. Me make sure some de no credit dead. It show ni the fact and the truth. Now, and then I Father's Day in the to all fathers. Do Father's Day, what one word the taba responsible fathers. Do Father's Day pair. And I would say responsible fathers. Yeah, wish him happy Father's Day. Do Mother's Day. I wouldn't say I can't responsible mothers. Every mother is a mother. So far I say, watch my crana bana woman in one no. Every mother is a mother. If you do Mother's Day, you're responsible mothers. But you do Father's Day, you're 30 responsible fathers. You wish him happy Father's Day. Anyway, for notebook, na for pen or paper na you share the wow patch no. So that at least also be to be na would in coma was why there. Won't know how obey there, obekano. TME, yes, starting in coma. What you say? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I feel na show no. Shasi. What you say? Purpose of fathers. Obibo we say purpose of fathers no crowd Dr. Ren. O pese wo kyerɛ ɛsɛn. Na me pese me kyerɛ wo adeɛ bi kakra. Na yɛnsua adeɛ. Na yɛnyɛ de. Citizen pa me chia happy Father's Day civil engineer. Obo adeɛ enti na nimu kyerɛ wo. One of my brothers, onye friend, he's a brother. He knows me. Yes. Over 2 decades and still counting. Yanko, the dictionary meaning of purpose. Purpose. Me see what? Me title near day. Title no so. Me say the purpose of fathers. The purpose of fathers. Now, purpose no as a trainer say. The reason for which something is done or created or for which something exists. TME. But I techri, Henry. Why you late kakra? That's why you good. But I techri no. Nipa. Yentia. Onyankopon. Ebo ubema. Ubo binsu emma. TME wa. Because it's very, very important. In our discussion as Africans, and in our discussion as a Ghanaian, no, listen to me carefully. The reason why a Ghana is like that, no, is because of the fathers we have. What do you see? Timmy. Ghana is like a village with all the natural resources. We are lacking behind because of the kind of fathers we have. Now, if the purpose of fatherhood, and yes, see a tiasi na me chire mu yi. E dia kra na we bemba e wo fie. De bia ya kasa eta kan wo fie se etuo toa etwere bemba bo. Yesi etuo na toa etwere bemba bo. Edu dia dene a na yesi memma mmra. Edu dia dene a yesi den memma nye de mmra. One of the things a Father's Day biano na a misfeeling for me because Father's Day a day to honor our fathers, and it's the same period in Suna me papa so I lost my dad. Father's Day. It is a misfeelings for me. But I'm always glad because of the things that I was taught by my dad. What do you say? Nipa ba ko no hwe me di me papa. What do you say? He knows how my father is or my father was. I always use is because to me, it still lives with me. Daddy reigns in my heart. Daddy reigns in my heart. Timmy, fatherhood is all about responsibility. Timmy, fatherhood is responsibility. Timmy, Latin. Without responsibility, there is no what? Fatherhood. Without responsibility, there is no what? Fatherhood. There is a difference between a parent and a father. TMU. There is a difference between a parent and a father. In Ghana, we may have fathers who are not parents. The meaning of a parent is to care, to love, to understand, to respect. What do I say? To favor, to adore. Parent, they always care. TME, because good fathers are responsible fathers that brings joy, that out of them cometh joy to their sons and daughters. African fathers of today are not thinkers. I'm coming to the reason why Africa is like this. African continent is being referred to as shithole by a former by President Trump, or refer Africa as a shithole. It means to say he realized that there was no fatherhood in Africa. He realized that there is no parental care in Africa. Because if you have a continent which is blessed with all the natural resources and the arable lands, and their people keep suffering there, then he can refer to that continent and say it's a shithole. And why is it a shithole? Because our fathers, and I'm talking about majority here, I'm not saying all fathers, of all African fathers, are irresponsible, but I'm talking about majority. Listen to this preaching well. This is the gospel according to Dr. Ren. Listen to it well. Africa, and especially, narrow it to Ghana. Ghana is today where it is because we have irresponsible fathers leading the nation. Oh, yes. If you don't understand, just fasten your seatbelt. Because I'm here to blow your mind. For you to get the understanding. TMU, for you to get the understanding. The reason why when we say fix the country, a Kufuado has a problem because a Kufuado is not a responsible father. So when the sons and daughters are crying that he should fix the nation, the country that gave us an identity, he will call the police to come after us because in his mind, he believes that there is nothing to be fixed. And that why are we shouting fix the country? Because he is not a person who is a father of responsibility. He doesn't know his responsibility as a father. So when fix the country came about, when freedom fighters came about, and the youth are calling for the nation to be fixed, Akufo-Addo will send police to come after our life because he does not believe in fix the country. He does not believe in responsibility. But without responsibility, there is no father. Okrama bi abetimi awo. Tiemiye. Be na abu bi abanye na efo. Okrama be ma bi abetimi ebu atopa. Wo Ghana no ta ehunu nkrama ya na aloki wom. Timu so be sori ahomache na krama bi e de ahyem. Bo wane sa aloki bo se na nkofo otomboba because on be say eyi frim nti krama bi abetumi ebu atopa. What you say? Nti Ghana no ye timu no. We are being led by men who are not responsible. Tiemiye. So far the black race and the white race are. The reason why the white race is respected in every place a white man will appear, no, he commands respect, not because of his color. No. Not because of the color of his skin. It's because his forefathers were responsible fathers who ensured that they thought of the nation and thought of the unborn children and also made sure they will put in place system that will favor their people first and also protect their nation second and also make sure it will welcome foreigners third. And so when you go as a foreigner and you are welcomed and you get certain things that you were not privileged to get in your country, you worship them, you adore them, you respect them, because where you are coming from, the father did not provide those basic platforms for you, those basic amenities for you that you can enjoy. What you say? And you see him as your God because your fathers that we left behind in Ghana were not responsible fathers. So they could not manage our home. And that's because they could not manage our home, we left the home in search of what? Greener pastures. Nobody came to Abroche to come and worship, to come and watch a white man's face or to come and see cars. No. We came here because of greener pasture. Edumentin yebaha school kranoa. Yang go back because you see a kobaka. There is no job for us to do. So we decided to stay. Even though we decided to live in because we were faced with the reality. The reality was to go back and suffer or to take the risk and ensure debino ubenya was setna so that you can go about doing your daily activities normal and legal. And this happened because of bad fathers that we have. Yeni a japa bi etifi. So when a japa wo fia wo mabere. Uko efie mua. According to the times, what much I say, efie bianwa enkwada bere wo mu is because there is fatherless presence. Fatherless yeni papa yeni eja ewo fie ho. Tiemiye. Me bia wani yesua de. What you say? Yesua de. So when it comes to the continent of Africa, and especially Ghana, after fathers like Dr. Kwame Nkrumah mu ja wo machi edema wo man no, ye yi wo mu free kronim no. Wo mu anu mu susu se nkometimi aye papa asen Dr. Kwame Nkrumah no. Ye de kro ne share wo mo nsa no. Wo man ntimi anya ne te se de Kwame Nkrumah ye maaye because they did not have the understanding. Two, they were not responsible fathers. They were irresponsible men. And so when Nkrumah left Ghana, they share woman son. The likes of Buzia, the Dankwa, the Dombos, we see one more results. Say these are people who are not responsible. When you give them the economy to manage, they show clearly said they are not sons and daughters of irresponsible fathers. And unti, womo fa japade no a, womo fom ye japade. Womo ye ne basa, womo say no, because there is nothing called responsibility be free womumu. Because remember, every responsible father biano, you are what? You are a role model to your home. But in Ghana today, no, it is hard for the youth to pinpoint and say, these are our role models. Anytime a son needs a role model, we need to go back years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, to go and read about Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, because he, is a role model. But I believe that Kwame Nkrumah in his grave will wish that the greatest thing to honor him is to break Nkrumah's record. And so Nkrumah wada and so on die, because nobody has broken his record when it comes to infrastructure, when it comes to a leadership, when it comes to selfless leadership. Nobody has been able to break the record of Kwame Nkrumah, because the fathers that came after him, were not as responsible as Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And a Father's Day, we are where we are today because of lack of responsible fathers, lack of responsible parent that will nurture, that will train us, that will lead us into the land of prosperity. That selfless leadership, is what we lack. We are being led by a bunch of hoodlums. We are being led by a bunch of cartels and criminals whose only purpose is to come and to steal and to kill and to destroy. And that is why today you find the African child always what? Wandering about in search of greener pasture. Even though he has a lot of water flowing at his backyard, the African child is always crying and complaining that he is thirsty. You know why? Because we have not been able to connect that fatherhood. Who are the thinkers? Who are the thinkers? Generational thinkers, selfless leaders. Who are people that can what? Be creators, innovators, to lead us to a land that all of us will be happy. Tiemie, men time obroni, opasia no no de otan obroni. Na emom suane nyansa, na emom nioma oya emfata no to twene. Tiemie. Mama show the definition of a father. Fathers, your curse will be a father. It comes from the word Abba, Pater. Father, number one, is a source. Tiemie. A father is a source of life. Yenyina yenim kwan kra ye wonipa. Enya afi na me be chire mu bebre. It is a father there, or you're the source of life. So if we have fathers today who are not the source of our life, but rather the killers of our dream, the killers of our what? Our future, then there is a trouble. If you ask me my honest opinion, a Kufuado is not a source of hope. He is not a source of life to the Ghanaian child. He is not a source of hope to the youth, because he's not responsible. And again, I mean, mommy, me dimin koma, me din sembi to tun semu say, dientina make us one year responsible. So when we jatifie na enkoda sun ewo fia, eja emfa nkoda sika, enkofa wiemushen emfa nkobo life. Emra, ankofo kra school feeding kra yentua womuka. Emra 3 years in years, basic school are without textbooks. 3 good years, so 3 years. So when you see clearly that the reason why we are here today is because we have not been fortunate to get fathers like Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And Nkrumah was the source of life. not only to our great country Ghana, but also to the black race. He gave us a sense of identity. So today, if we have a president called Akufo-Addo, who is not only a man of lies, a deceptive father, but also a criminal, the question is, what is the role model Ghana for enkwada ne mabunu ne mabawa ehwe esua? Today we are being led by people who are not thinkers. When a person is not a thinker, he stinks. No bon. And when he stinks, he smells. To wakasa nyanseni. Wakasa unfa baby mfiri nsemu. A bon kankankan. You don't get anything valuable from what Akufo-Addo says. Because in someone working in our bon. Because he's not a thinker. He's not a responsible man. And until we capture and say, he is going to protect our public purse, but then again, instead of protecting the public purse, who does that? I mean, which person in this world does that? That you are going to beg for alms, and then you charter a flight that cost the taxpayer $14,000 an hour. Who does that? It is only somebody who is not a thinker. And thinkers thinks. And whenever they stinks, they what? They sink. We are where we are today because of lack of what? Responsible fatherhood. I mean, mouse statistics kakra. I think years ago, the New York Times reported, said, for the whole of America, no prisons, no member prisons, no inmates, no 38% member womuko prisons, no one more as a result, woman ni papa, our year responsible, fee. And the message in there, I know say, do not baba because do not know sorry. Yeah, your first service aba, your second, if you ever pick a third one, now for the final one, the ababeda. Fathers are role model. Now let me ask you, when you look at somebody like Akufo-Addo, is he a role model? Is he a role model? That we can say is a majority of Ghanaian youth want to learn something from him and be proud of. Timmy. When you ask me, Ameka say, today Ghana's generation don't have role models to look up to. I'm talking about majority here. Is it politics? Where are the role models in our politics? Where are the role models in our churches? Our politics is filled with corrupt men everywhere. And these same men will go to church every Sunday. And the bishops will be telling them that this is my church member who is an MP and also a minister of so and so. TME. Henry, we will talk about it. Henry say he has a solution to fix our flooding with less cost. We hope say the wise fathers will listen. Is it politics? Where are the role models? You can only mention a few, but a few no so their voices are not being heard. Is it the church? Which bishop are you talking about? Are you talking about bishops that divorce and the archbishops that they divorce and they still marry? Are you talking about men when they speak? Their words are meaningless. So where are the role models that we can say, and that the Ghanaians are learning from some role models? See me. And that is why our freedom fighters, yaba, yeba be money. I've always told you, say, I have a principle in my life. Say, me mama nun tia oba wiase. Because I believe, say, fathers are the foundation and the head of every home. Without proper foundation, the house will not stand. So because we don't have fathers in Africa, responsible fathers who can create a proper foundation for us to thrive, we have everything. You name the natural resources. Is it about arable lands? Is it about sea, the rivers? Where we are not even, we don't even hear some bad news like tsunami, fire, like earthquake. Africa's position is an ideal position for human beings to live. And yet because of what the lack of responsible fathers in tea, every day we are out there begging for bread. Every day we are out there crying and screaming on the land of the foreigner. I don't blame the foreigner. I don't blame where you go. I blame the fathers who are not thinkers, like the Platos, like the Aristotles, like the Socrates, who are dead and gone, yet the world still pick up their ideas and build upon. Today, our generation will become a generation of what? A generation with no role models. And that is where the problem is today. And himself, this preaching here, one day, you go through. Because me was a course I have. I said Dr. Ren Mani Musuna or appointment be. But we will speak truth to power. So one, the definition of a father is someone who is the source. Two, a nourisher. Fathers don't steal the food from the mouth of their children. They don't take their children's food and eat it. A Kufaru is eating the food of the unborn children. A Kufaru is eating our food. Selling the natural resources. Bringing it to UK, buying properties. But the question is, if the white man was selling his properties and buying properties in Ghana, do you think the white man's country will be so admirable, will be so welcoming, will be so conducive for you and I to live in? But today, our fathers, the Ghanaian father, the Ghanaian leader, the Ghanaian pastors, the Ghanaian bishops are stealing from us, eating our food. Food meant for unborn generation. Akufo-Addo is eating it. Number 3, a sustainer, a provider. It is only in Africa, it is only in Ghana that the politicians don't create better laws that will help us. It is only in Ghana that you don't find the executive providing for us, but yet they take from us. Instead of sustaining us, instead of being providers for us, they are not providers. They are rather taking from us. Look at what Akufo-Addo is stealing from us in the name of e-levy. Look at what Akufo-Addo is stealing from us in the name of building church for God. They are thieves. Go to the churches. You go to with your problem and you see the pastors are calling for tithe offering. And also, instead of them to give back to the society, to give back to the congregant, they send their kids and their wives to abroad to have better lives. TMA. System. Today we are where we are today of bad fathers who are leading the nation. Wicked fathers. Let me tell you something. Do you know that most women are afraid of men because of the bad fathers that they had when they were growing up? Do you know that? Do you know that most women are afraid to even open up when even the good man comes their way because of bad and evil fathers that they met when they were young or they came across when they were young? CME. Today, we don't have men who are willing to serve. The men in office today are not ready to serve, but they are ready to chop. If you don't serve, how can you eat? If you don't till the ground, how can the ground bear fruits? Now, pretty Natasha cannot, especially me. When people encounter wicked men, when women encounter wicked men, they become very timid and very afraid to open up. African women are suffering because of what? Bad fathers. I learned that 55% of Ghanaian fathers are irresponsible, and that out of the 55%, 30% or so come from the north, and that 25% come from the south, according to Modern World Institute, a think tank group that is based in Ghana and also UK. Fathers. The irresponsible fathers. We have responsible fathers, but they are not a lot. I'm telling you the gospel truth here. Because the African father is not looking within to solve their problems. And that is why you see the beautiful African women always wanting to leave the continent of Africa. So they go to places like Dubai, Arab, Abu Dhabi, and they are being treated like slaves, modern day slavery, because our fathers are not responsible to take care of our homes. So our women run away. The children are also on the road from Libya through Agadez, and then they are in Italy, they are in Spain, because there is no father figure who is going to be a provider, a nourisher, a sustainer in our homes. But rather, instead of them being sustainers and providers, they end up stealing the very food that is meant for the child. Oh, Africa. Oh, Ghana. Have mercy upon us. Give us men with TME. Every leader is fighting for their nation. If you wish me happy Father's Day and you're a woman, God bless you. May God answer your heart desire. TME. That is the problem of the African continent. On war be a Kosovo, Ukraine and Russia. Americans offered to give protection for the Ukrainian president, Vladimir Zelensky, the president of Ukraine. Americans offered to protect him, to evacuate his wife and kids from Ukraine. When the man was giving that offer, he told the president of America on phone that I'd rather die in Ukraine than to come to the land of the foreign and leave my people without a father that will face the Russian. You might think that he's a foolish man. You might think that he's a stupid man, because if it was an African president, he will leave you. He will run away and leave his subjects. He will run away and leave his followers. He will run away and leave the MPP and NDC people behind for them to die. And then they will go in exile. And then when everything is okay, they will come back and lord themselves over you. As if when the war came, they were with us to fight the war. Akufo-Addo left Ghana when Ghana was gaining independence in 1957. I keep saying this thing. Ask Akufo-Addo in 1957. He left the shores of Accra because his fathers were so bitter with Kwame Nkrumah that Kwame Nkrumah at long last has gained independence from Akwesi Bruni. Kwame Nkrumah was a witty man. He was smart. He was a son of Nzima from the same family that I hail from. So when they heard Nkrumah had gained independence, they could not stand it because they were traitors. Akufo-Addo's parents were traitors. They sold us to the white man. So when they came to Abruchiri, they did everything they could, including bombing at Kulungungu. I hope I pronounced the name correct. And when finally they could not succeed, the fifth column, as they always refer to them as, were able to infiltrate through the military. And through the military, Buzia was at Togo waiting for the good news, the day that Kwame Nkrumah will be what? Overthrown. So when Nkrumah was overthrown, Buzia was already in Togoland and quickly came to Ghana because the work has been done by these evil men. The Free First and the Kutokes. Listen to me and listen to me carefully. If Africa is going to realize our potential, we need to have men that are responsible, not men who run away from responsibility. Because every country that we run to, the men have shown that they are responsible men. We can also emulate and learn same and even do better. Because in our case, we have all the natural resources. All that we have to do is just become responsible and be providers. TBA. We are course now ban. I've got about 3, 4, 5 points. I've got the protector, the progenitor, the founder, the foundation, the author, or the maker. But I'm in Famunsia. Because me can responsibility na me nya course na me ntimi ndi responsibility when you ma dia na my otiafo. I preach what I practice. I practice what I preach. This is Dr. Ren. I'm a humble servant. And I know I'm not pessimist. I'm optimist. And I believe that one day we will have men that are responsible, that will take up the story of Ghana and turn things around and say to our women and our children that yes, our forefathers were wicked and they misled us, but we are sorry and we are ready to fix the problems of today. Ghana shall be built and Ghana will be built by you and I. We have to believe. Eunice, God bless our homeland Ghana. Make our nation great and strong. Sweet na masi. Till we meet again, I say to you, Happy Father's Day to our responsible fathers. I only, in this time, let me take time and wish Mama Di Damboya of Guinea and one of my friends that I wanted to talk about today. His name is Donaldson. But I'll take time and talk about that young man who is doing exceedingly and abundantly in Ghana. And he's bringing the name Ghana and is ensuring that the flag of Ghana flies very high, especially when it comes to the corridors of power and honor. That gentleman is called Donaldson. Brefo Donaldson. And to my own late father, who taught me how to be a responsible father and a daddy. God bless you wherever you are. And to all the fathers who are responsible, who go through the struggle to take care of their sons and their wives and their mothers and their homes and ensure that society become a better place for all of us to live. We say, Akpe. The Northerners will say, Tone, Tone, Tone. The Nzimers will say, Yedabase, Pale, Pale, Pale. And the Gans will say, Yendanye Fenshi. Asante for because ya da munyina amas. Ya salahu. Ya jeko. Till we meet again. God bless you.
Aye bema ye bi o bema ye bi ai. Bata ne nim die ne mabedie. Empanyin se tuotu etwere bema bo. Kyerese die duro ne ede so awo. Esansa wo akukuduro nti. Odo ankomanya nsam wo ye ofie ne ti. Na wahwa chichire busua ne yie. Na sabie busua na ntete. Enti mo fabremu ye hye wo setintim. Tintim no bremu nsam dɔɔso. Tintim ne fie so hwɛ nye fedi agro. Tintim na oni abade afoforo na ebetena mo otwe di akwanu masemaye ho. Nti Japan nyina ye mama yiko.
Nanso bema mfiti preko pe mo ne ho safohene. Anadwo de so ma dwenjen, ovia so adwumaden, na wankobra afi bia ma, abusia beye den, wo yo sahene. Obra ko ye wo na wodi sano kan. Abre nyina wo konkoden, anu nti ko fata sa me bo wo ma ne se. Ba ko a wo kum so no ma abusia ne amansen nya bidie. Wo de hye ayem hye papa kom ebra oyire ko awo so. Bra asem asifie. Bra abofra na oyiri hia bibi na ebi asebe ebi ni ho papa de ni tidom ko pebiba na se abofra ya so den na papa de ani bretia no a enye ne boni mu a na emom eni je nyina ne se obehu se nebusia ayefe nebusia enya hoto ni anije na aman akwa ho san se dio otoman kuma de dom no wahye so ye ejapa be na owo me semenhia wo brako yi mu a anka meye den me nyantonton sansan dia bo hu de wura freedom adasampu mehye we wo a wahye me ebo me ho ban se ode hye wo yo ohene preko pe mame madie nyina misire otwe dia mpon se omo ohene nya kese na da me de wo hoahoa me ho se me papa yo ohene obrayi mu die me wo wa kame ayese me wa ade nyina ohene na me ntente na me hye wani munyam nana won kwaso me nai